Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is Josh over here, American AF Dumpster Rentals in Dallas. This morning we're going to start. I don't know if we're gonna have time to finish it. We're waiting on the customer to pay before I even head that way, which is what a lot of guys should be doing, because a lot of you guys I'm hearing that are getting stiffed and not paid and getting owed money from certain dumpster companies. Don't get me wrong, we do have some customers that are on net 30, but I've heard some horror stories in the last few days, some posts on Facebook talking about, you know, this person stiffed me. So we're not even gonna roll the tires, literally. We're not even rolling those wheels on that truck until that dumpster is paid for. So I'm waiting for a little bit. Granted, we have a little bit of time today. We don't have that busy of a schedule. I've got these fenders I've got to replace. These fenders were tore up a long time ago. And I remember the exact address, the exact location. We had a very long-term project, and they had a lot of heavy dumpsters, so that we shouldn't have hauled in this truck, but we did. Us meaning me. And yeah, so we're replacing these. We're gonna fix the tarp. We're gonna replace the tarp because this truck is gonna be put up for sale. Package of 10 dumpsters with this truck, all 14-foot. 8 20 yards, 2 15 yards, and I'm officially announcing it here now on the channel in case somebody wants to pick it up. 135, the entire truck, 2023 Mack MD6, along with 10 Keystone dumpsters, 8 20s, 2 15s, and there are more available as well. In case somebody wants some more dumpsters, we'll have those types of dumpsters. The gray ones that I bought, all the original 10 will be all red. I have some more that'll be in that color that are also available in case somebody wants to pick them up, either with the package deal or separately. I don't care. But basically what we're doing is we're getting rid of all of our 14-foot dumpsters and going nothing but 16-foot, and getting rid of one of the small trucks, keeping only one small truck, and then the backup to the small truck will be our big trucks, seeing as to how they can haul the 16-footers. That's the plan, at least. We'll see how it all goes. This screw is in the worst spot, or this bolt. These bolts, I should say, are underneath here. This arm. So we're gonna have to figure that out. These fenders, these I forgot what they call, polycarbonate fenders from, these are the 22.5 inch. There's two of them there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other one's on the other side.
I got you. 22.5 inch polycarbonate fenders. I believe they're the swap loader style, I guess you can call them. Keystone had those in stock. Shout out to Keystone. It's crazy how expensive these things are. But what happened is, again, too much weight caused the suspension of this truck to sag, which then caused the tires to eat through the fenders very, very quickly. Check out the new gear, by the way. Rolloff Nation is going to be the new brand for the, not really for the channel, but new merch. And let me style it on David real quick. Stand right here if you don't mind, real quick. Turn around. There you go. So you've got the built different, hauled different. You've got the Rolloff Nation dude. You've got the cable for the cable guys. You've got the hook for the hook guys. That's what's up. These exact hats will be for sale as well. Right here, Rolloff Nation. We've got those being in production right now. You've got the American AF logo on the sleeve, which may or may not have. Keep those. You even got a little American AF. He can't show you, but it's on the tag. And then the front with the Rolloff Nation, the nice little round emblem. Pretty cool.
I'm gonna get the rope.
Right there.
Nice.
Let's go. Motors that these T's that. Oh yeah. Straight out of the hood was Dallas. Yo, what is going on? My name is Josh with American AF Dumpsters and the Dumpster Expo 2026, and we are here at the Texas Motor Speedway, inside the infield, inside the very garages where the NASCAR vehicles come and they get worked on and they get ready to go out onto the track. We are bringing the Dumpster Expo 2026 to the Texas Motor Speedway right here, inside the infield, inside the oval. You definitely want to be here September 25th and 26th. We're going to have hundreds of attendees, 50 plus vendors out here, trucks that you can demo on the road course, on the racetrack, in the infield of the Texas Motor Speedway. You name it, it's all gonna happen here. Broker Connect. Meet with nationwide brokers throughout the country that can give you business in your area. Women of the Industry event, we're gonna have that as well. They can network and get together and talk about all things that have to do with the dumpster industry and being involved in the dumpster industry as a woman in the industry. We're gonna have so many events, we're gonna have so much education, we're gonna have so many speakers. It's gonna be insane. I guarantee you, if you're not coming, you might regret it. Let's just leave it at that. www.dumpsterexpo.com. Get your tickets today. Hope to see you then. So, here we are at our first drop off. This is not the lady that was supposed to pay. She did not pay in time, so her swap out turned into a dump and return because by the time I was almost already here, she, of course, paid. But there was a question on Facebook this morning, early morning, and it was something to the effect of, why does rail width matter? I get this all the time. People ask, and it's a fair question because me personally, I didn't know what the heck a standard rail was or the difference between rail width. To me, a dumpster was a dumpster was a dumpster, and you know, some people just had better pricing on dumpsters as far as manufacturers. You've got some trailer manufacturers that build dumpsters and give one heck of a price as a package deal, and then where they get you is it's a proprietary dumpster, meaning that only their dumpster fits on their trailers, and that actually makes it more expensive. I see somebody out there, so I want to make sure I don't run on their fake grass. It's not even, it's turf. Where'd they go? I don't see him no more. Hopefully he's not hiding somewhere behind the dumpster or under the truck. But anyways, in anything, so let's just name names. I mean, obviously I used to own a Lone Star trailer. I can talk specifically on Lone Star because I used to own one. Let me go talk with them real quick. I got a hell of a package deal when I bought my Lone Star trailer. But then every single dumpster.
He was asking if he wanted to move the truck or not.
Oh, that would have been nice if it had done it ahead of time. So that's it? You told him no?
Yeah, I told him no.
Okay. So, package deal, great price. They suck you in, and then, if you don't know, like me, what you're doing, you end up buying the wrong piece of equipment. And why is it the wrong piece of equipment? Well, there were several answers on the actual post, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Dumpster Rentals 101, if you're not in there, make sure you go in there. A great place for people to network and talk and hopefully ask questions that are, no question is a dumb question. And you know, although sometimes the same question gets asked over and over and over again, so we do ask that. A lot of people use the search bar before they post, especially questions like which software company is the best software company. That gets asked all the time. But anyways, there were several answers that were great answers, and I'm going to name a few. David Stock had a great answer about scalability. You know, I've talked about that before on the channel as well, that like, because I wanted to make sure that I scaled and grew this dumpster business, if I was just going to buy a trailer package and basically just use it for, I don't know, landscaping like a lot of people do, or just my side business if I do junk removal. Okay, a trailer package would not be too bad of an idea, especially if you're the only one driving it, you know how to operate it, and that's all you're going to use it for, and you don't really care about scaling the company, growing the company. But if you do want to scale the company, well, then that's where having the right equipment, having the kind of equipment that's common, it's almost like just basically a mechanic having, you know, the right tools for a job. If the mechanic doesn't have the right tools for a job, let's say that the mechanic is a a diesel mechanic, you know, or not a diesel mechanic and doesn't have the right equipment, well, he can't work on diesel trucks. I mean, it's like a doctor who's not a specialist in, I don't know, heart doctor diagnosing a heart condition, right? So, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, this is not, you know, you can take it or leave it. I have been in both situations where basically I didn't know what I was doing and I went in and bought something just because I thought it was a good deal. It got my foot in the door, great, yeah. And it proved my concept, but at the end of the day, it ended up costing me to reinvent my company several times. And I'm still kind of reinventing my company. I started off this video talking about how I'm going to be selling off all my 14-foot dumpsters. Well, reason for that is because 14-foot dumpsters, when you're talking about hook lift, does not work on the big tandem trucks. It's too short. They have to be 16 feet or longer. Again, that's something that I didn't know when I first started. I originally started, and even if I did, I originally started with the idea and the presumption that I didn't want to go tandem. I didn't want to go big. I didn't want to go CDL. I didn't want to have DOT. So scalability is big. Why? Because you can buy, make sure I don't hit none of these cars. This is a nice little area here, a little uppity area. You can buy used equipment. You can buy used dumpsters a lot better. You can have somebody else run your dumpsters that's in your area. You're not limited to a you know, one style of dumpster. You're not limited to only somebody with, is the hook down all the way? Oh yeah, I'm here pressing the hook down. You're not limited to only people that have Lone Star dumpsters or Lone Star trailers to run your Lone Star dumpsters, right? When I mean proprietary, I mean only one dumpster trailer, one roll-off trailer can haul those roll-off dumpsters. Obviously there's exceptions sometimes. Sometimes you can, you know, rig it to where, you know, one trailer can haul two different types of dumpsters, or sometimes a non-standard rail trailer can haul, you know, other non-standard, other brands maybe, if you change out the locking pins in the front or whatever it is. It's a very nice house. Look at that. That's a good picture with a nice old, real nice Bronco in the, that's a clean Bronco. Take that back up north. People pay big bucks for a no rusted Bronco. Scalability, one of the main reasons why. Number one, you'd probably want to go standard rail over proprietary. Off to now the dump and return. What does it say? All Donado discount. That is a tiny dumpster. That's gotta be, that's not even a 10-foot. That's like an 8-foot.
McKinney, fruit, deals, friends.
So right here is Daily Plaza. This is the book depository, which is now a museum, where the shooter shot JFK. Up here to the right is a grassy knoll, and right here on the ground is the X marks the spot where the shooter shot Kennedy, right there. So the grassy knoll is up here. Infamous grassy knoll. And basically the limousine or the convertible made a getaway right down I-35. Just like we are right now. I don't know which way he went though, to be honest with you. We're going south. We're going south. It's still empty in the back. Alright, so second reason of the going to standard rails, why standard rails is so important, is just because if you want to buy the kind of dumpsters that are used in the industry, which are a lot more heavy duty than the cookie cutters, meaning like the Lone Stars, the Texas Prides, or any of the other ones. And I won't even wrap up Texas Pride. Texas Pride might have a better dumpster, but it's just easier going to a company that fabricates the dumpsters versus buying them specifically from the trailer manufacturer. Now, hold on one second, this guy's looking at me. We're gonna dump it and bring it back. All right, but you got room here. You want to throw anything in there? No, that's not going to be a big deal at all. I mean, you got plenty of room. Yeah. You can put that all in here. It fits. It's good. Absolutely. Throw it in there. We'll take it. As a matter of fact, if you want to, I mean, all we got, I mean, it's going to the dump, right? So if you want to just grab that. Ooh, sorry about that.
Right.
There you go. All right, we'll bring it back in a little bit. All right, have a good one. All right, so back to my point. That's kind of a mute point nowadays, though, to be honest with you, because most manufacturers, at least the good ones, or not even the good ones, but a lot of the well-known manufacturers will build you a can to the proprietary specs. So meaning, you know, I was honestly the first one that Keystone built their dumpsters with Lone Star specs. So I had to take my trailer out there and they were able to build me dumpsters specifically for that trailer. Still though, the issue kind of comes in, don't get me wrong, again, and I've said it over and over and over and over again, there are plenty of people that run a successful business with non-standard rails. It's not 100% necessary. I mean, to scale and to grow and to make money. It's just, in my opinion, it makes your life a little bit easier if people know that there's options out there now. Basically, still start at an affordable price, be standard rail, and not have to go out and buy a $300,000, big old roll-off truck right away. So that's gonna be your reason number 2 for standard rail over anything else. You know, Joe Matt made a good point that you're more likely to find another hauler in your area with the same rail system if it's standard rail, right? I mean, I think I mentioned that a little bit earlier. It's just easier to find somebody that's got your setup if your truck breaks down, if you need backup, if you need, whatever it is, if you need extra coverage, all that stuff. It's easier to find somebody that's got standard rail versus finding somebody that's got your proprietary rail system. But to me, the most important, this is one holy tarp. We've got the tarp. We're trying to get the work done on the Mack truck before we get the work done on this truck. Only one truck down at a time. But the most important, in my opinion, is going to be the next reason. We'll talk about that at the next stop. Let's go to the landfill. I didn't even go into March, Alright, we are back here to drop off the 15-yard. I'm gonna hold my last comment until the next one. The next pickup, because this will be a pretty quick drop. Super quick. Matter of fact, I'm already done. Check it out. 3, 2, 1. These people could actually fit. They could have fit. I would have let them fit a lot more on there. They were actually pretty conscious of the height of the top wall of the fill line. So I respect that. That was kind of nice of them. Pretty angled street. Pretty steep, angled. Kind of tricky little drop here. I mean, not really tricky, but they wanted enough room to be able to pull the cars around. I think that's perfect. See how fast that was? 3, 2, 1. We're done. 2 trash guys facing each other.
Wants to get on the inside, gets to the back bumper of Jensen playing defense. There he goes.
You need to get down here. If you thinking about getting to this business, you need to get down here. Get in the doggone room. Like, I don't even know what this is. So much value down here. I mean, you got the finance guys, insurance guys, you got all your different equipment guys, you got business owners. I mean, you have literally everything. Marketing, Everything that you can even think of, they have it down here, and good food.
Here, usually you don't see these basketball hoops actually concreted to the ground. Not the ones that are on the street. That's crazy. Anyways, we're here in Waxahachie. Somebody made a comment about how Waxahachie was the one of the original cotton towns or something like that, which I believe. A lot of cotton down here. Of course, Canada, where I have that house, the big house that we remodeled on the channel here, that whole area was cotton fields. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. For me personally, and again, these are all my opinions. I'm not trying to say like this is the end all be all anything, but for me, the way I view these dumpsters and the equipment in this company, in this business, in this industry, is like assets, right? At the end of the day, they are assets. It's very hard for businesses, small businesses, to sell for much more than what their assets are worth. Usually, you know, unless you have like big contracts like the big boys, you know, it's gonna be, and you go to sell, yeah, you can get some goodwill if you have some good branding, or you have good reputation, or if you have, you know, really good online presence. You know, you can probably get, you know, anywhere from 1 to 3x your company or your revenue, maybe. And it's very rare to get 3x, I'll tell you that much. It's pretty difficult. But when you do go to sell, I'm always thinking about exit strategy, no matter what. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to be in this business forever. I don't know if my kids want to take this over or not. If my kids want to take this over, great. But if they don't, I want to have a sellable business. I want my business to be a quick sale, and I can get, at minimum, I can get several million to just retire, hopefully, by the time I do retire, and basically just the asset sales. And then plus then anything extra, any goodwill for the company, branding, company name, whatever, is actually just kind of icing on the cake. But I'm talking assets. And these dumpsters and your trucks and your equipment, all that is basically like assets. It's basically like owning a house. When you do decide to sell, you've got equity in these dumpsters just as you would in a house. You're buying a house and it's $300,000 house. You've already paid off $150,000. You have $150,000 in equity. You buy these dumpsters, $5,000, $5,500, $6,000, whatever it may be, $4,500 for the smaller ones, whatever. In 5 years, they're still worth like $3,000 plus dollars. But anyways, that $3,000 is paid off. It's already made you money. That dumpster's already made you plenty of money, and you can get your money back. So there you have equity technically in your assets. Same as your trucks. Obviously, it's a depreciating asset, right? It's not like it's appreciating, but you remember, you are making money off your assets. So hopefully your dumpster has paid itself off plenty of times over by the time you decide to sell. So your dumpster's made you money, and when you go sell, your assets are worth something. So in my opinion, it's a big retirement play. A good place to park your money. Just me. Let's go. Hey,
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Josh with American AF Dumpsters.
Yes, sir. Did I just pick up my dumpster?
Yes, we did. So we have a charge for the weight at the tonnage, and the credit card declined.
How much was tonnage?
$1,310.26 is a balance.
$2,000 dumpster right there?
Well, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I warned you when you booked it. That's why we say clean concrete, so that we can recycle it. But you said you wanted to go ahead and mix the trash in there, and that's fine. I warned you when you booked it that it was going to be super heavy. So concrete's really heavy. You take it to a landfill, it's heavy.
All right, you ready for the card number?
Yep, go ahead. 15.13, yes, sir.
All right, 3722.
Is this American Express?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't take American Express.
Oh, y'all taking American Express? Why not? That's all I got.
No, I have my truck standing by right now at the landfill because we won't dump it without the charges being paid.
You guys don't take American Express. What am I going to do? I got to go get the cash.
Give me 1 second.
Where's that count?
Let me, I'll send you an authorization form. Matter of fact, actually, you know what? Go ahead and text me this number that you authorize us to go ahead and charge that amount on your American Express,
Okay.
and it will be fine. What's the expiration date? All right, give me 1 second. I'll text you and you just respond back, please.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, so this customer called and he booked this dumpster. He wanted it on Sunday or whatever it was. He wanted it the same day. And then, so I literally talked to him. When I gave him the price, he literally told me, he was complaining on the price when I gave him the price for just the dumpster, if he was going to recycle the material. So he was kind of a problem from the first initial phone call. So I kind of like, look, that's our price for a recycled dumpster, clean concrete. He's like, well, I'm not about to pay. What did he say? Let me check with the contractor because I'm not about to, lose money on this job just over a dumpster. Okay. Well, I mean, I think my concrete dumpsters are pretty fair, considering the weight that we have to carry in the dumpster, and then considering the trucks and the fuel and the cost and all that stuff. I mean, it's reasonable. I mean, I charge $4.95 for a concrete dumpster as long as it's recyclable material and we can recycle it. Otherwise, you're paying for a normal 15-yard and you're going to pay for the tonnage. Well, when he called back, he's like, well, how much is it for a 15-yard if we're going to include trash in it, mixed trash? I said, I wouldn't recommend that. I literally warned him. I said, I wouldn't recommend that because it's really heavy. Concrete's really heavy. And if you're going to mix trash in there, and he literally, just like he did, he kind of cut me off. He's kind of a rash person. And he's like, no. He's like, I can't stop people from throwing trash in there. It's going to be in the middle of a parking lot, blah, blah, blah. You know how people are. All right, I'm just warning you. Concrete's really heavy. If you mix trash in there, we got to take it to the landfill. Not a problem, especially after you already complained. But he got the discounted rate, right? He got the cheaper rate because the 15-yard, even though I knew it was concrete, so I sent the concrete dumpster. I knew it was going to be heavy. The 15-yard trash dumpster is cheaper, technically. But he put over 15 tons in there at $80 a ton. Came out to a hell of a lot more if he would have if he could have gotten 4 dumpsters for that price. But he decided he was just going to get 1 dumpster, mix all the trash in there. Didn't want to get the concrete dumpster, so... and when I saw those charges come through, when it's that big of a charge and I know the customer is already kind of problematic, I'm going to tell Daniel or myself, we pull over and we make sure that we get payment before we even dump. Otherwise, we're going to pull right back out and take that dumpster right back until they figure it out. So luckily, as soon as I told him that I had already warned him, because he kind of started going down the road of, that's really expensive, I said, you and I had that conversation, and that ended that pretty quick. So anyways, let's go. So we got whoop, hate that does that nice. We got paid our amount. Daniel's dumping over 15 tons of concrete at the landfill. I don't understand. We're back at the yard. Retirement. That's my goal. My end all be all goal is by the time I turn 55, I've got less than 10 years to where I can retire. And I have a number in mind. Actually, I had a number in mind 5 years ago, but because of inflation, I learned that I've got to add to that number. So whatever number you have in mind, you might want to add extra. I know my goal was a certain amount, and I'm probably 33%, literally a third more than what my goal originally was. But my goal is definitely to retire at 55 somehow and enjoy life with my wife. Have some sort of retirement fund, recurring revenue, or some sort of income that's being paid, whether it be stocks, dividends. All right, so we are done for today. I ended up doing a full day Always ends up that way. When you think you have a slow day, forget about it. Throw that out the window because it always ends up being a full day. But we're about to go talk a little bit more. I've got some more things I want to talk about, some more Facebook comments I'm gonna talk about, but this time it's gonna be for our members only videos, which if you haven't signed up yet, we're gonna start doing some more once a week members only videos, some behind the scenes, some more like one-on-one type stuff, literally answering questions and answering Facebook posts and all that kinds of stuff. Basically just from my point of view. Join that, just go ahead and hit the little join button on the YouTube page, the YouTube channel American AF. Click join and hopefully we'll see you guys in there. Again, this is my commitment to one a week for all the members of the channel. We're going to start doing some giveaways. First thing's going to be the hats, then there's going to be some shirts, then there might be some bigger giveaways. So you definitely want to be a part of that. Don't forget the Dumpster Expo, www.dumpsterexpo.com. We've got some awesome stuff coming up, some big names coming up. We're going to be dropping things kind of sporadically throughout between here and September. So do not forget September 25th and 26th for you VIP members for the Dumpster Expo. You're going to have the pre-event mixer on September 24th at Big Shots. It's going to be an hour and a half. No, it's going to be 3 hours of food, networking, golf, just really kind of enjoying ourselves, drinks, all kinds of stuff. So you're definitely not going to want to miss it. Hopefully we'll see you guys then. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash that notification bell. Don't forget the new merch. We out.